Lee, it's another match day coming up as always. Clyde, your thoughts on that one?
Yeah, it's one of the teams we haven't played since David and I have taken charge. One we're looking forward to. We've seen a lot of clips and a lot of videos of them recently, and they're a good side. They're an experienced side. We know their threats. We've got Goodwill up front. John Rankin coming into the kind of midfield and stuff. So, no, prepare the boys properly. Give them every bit of information possible, and hopefully go down and get the 3 points.
Clyde's style of play has somewhat disrupted Falkirk in previous games. I don't mean that disrespectfully. In fact, quite the opposite. It's a really good passing style. What are Falkirk going to have to do to get the upper hand in this game?
I think we need to concentrate on ourselves and impose our game on them. Obviously, we've changed a few things since we've come in. We'll prepare the team. We'll give them all like I said, all the information. We'll go through things tomorrow in a wee bit more depth. We've done a bit today. I think we're going down there full of confidence with a few good results recently. Obviously, shown a different side to us last Saturday, grinding out the result with 10 men. We've got the squad there. We've not got a massive squad, but we've got a squad there that can come in, that's good quality coming into it. It's time for other boys to step up and be counted.
Obviously, Clyde have been a bit of a bogey team for Falkirk so far this season. They've won both home and away. Will it be good in a sense that if we can get a result, psychologically that monkey's off the back?
Yeah, I'm not particularly too bothered about that. It was things that have happened before David and I were in. Yeah, the boys might think of that, but we'll speak to them. They know their jobs individually and collectively as a unit. It's not about, you have bulky teams and stuff like that, but there's a lot of things happen during the season for ourselves and for Clyde going into the game. We're getting in full of confidence, feeling really good about ourselves. We're in a good place at the moment. So, we just need to impose our style of play onto them, and hopefully we can come away with 3 points.
Of course, John Rankin and David Mitchell, a couple of ex-Bairns in the squad there. You mentioned David Goodwillie as well. How much of a threat is he going to be to the Falkirk defence?
Yeah, everybody knows what good he can bring. When he's on his game, he's very good. He's strong. He's got a good finish in him, and he links up the play. And a lot of their play comes through David Goodwill, and every team knows that, every player knows that, so we need to be on our toes and we need to be up for the test, because it will be a challenge, because he brings something else against our back four or back three or whatever it is we play. We've spoke to the boys and that, and they know what they're up against, and like I say, they need to be ready for it.
In terms of strikers, continuing on that theme, obviously I think you know what question's coming next. Declan McManus with a great save at the weekend, but he's going to be missed, isn't he?
Yeah, of course. A striker that scores that amount of goals in one season is going to be sorely missed. But there's players there that are ready to step in, including myself. Been involved in the training recently, involved in a game as well, and it gives you competition for places up there, and we have got that amongst the squad, albeit it's a kind of smaller, compact squad, but every player in there is quality, and we've no qualms of throwing them in and trusting them with a starting shirt, if not a starting shirt, be it making an impact off the bench, because we've said that since day one. We've said we need a squad that's all going to be ready to play when asked to play, and I think we've done that this season. I think we've done that since we've come in. Everybody's buying into it, so hopefully we can kind of kick on again and utilise that squad.
So you're saying that you're essentially happy with the quality that you have just now. One thing the fans have been talking about the last week or two is strength and depth. Are you and David happy with the volume of players that you have, and are you tempted to go and see if there's any free agents who could supplement that?
Well, we're always looking. We're constantly getting messages here and there from agents and different things, and we're sourcing different things and possibilities. And it's one of those things. If it happens, it happens. If it doesn't, then we've got that squad and we've got that quality squad. But there's always scope for an extra one or two coming in, and we have touched base with that. David and I speak regularly with different agents and different clubs as well, to the availability of players. So do you know what? If something came up and it was, there's no point just bringing numbers in, just bringing bodies in. It needs to be quality. It needs to be that right person for the changing room and for the style of play that we're playing.
You mentioned your own situation there. The fans have kind of been clamouring to see more of you in a Falkirk shirt again. Is that something that you're now perhaps more persuaded to become involved in the playing side?
Yeah, it probably is. I hadn't thought about it when I first came back. I didn't think about it. We spoke about it, David and I, but it never came into my head to put myself on or anything like that. But because I had a niggly injury after the first 3-4 weeks or something training, and then took a wee bit of time off it. Back training now, feeling good, albeit it probably won't last a full game. Impact, in terms of impact, yes, I'm available there, so it's worth having a look at, and like I say, it keeps everybody on their toes as well, and gives us another option going forward, and I'm up for the challenge, if anything.
Of course, between yourself and Louis and David McMillan, potentially a door of opportunity for someone in Declan's absence.
Yeah, of course. We've said that to the boys. Declan's brought so much to our game. Every game he's probably contributed in some sense, albeit not just the goals. His all-round play, and everybody's seen that. It's for everybody to see. So, no, like you say, there's boys there ready and hungry for it. It needs to be a hunger and a desire, because we're going to need everybody in the running here.
A lot gets made of the whole full-time, part-time split. Obviously Clyde are mainly on the part-time side, but to what extent do you think come this stage of the season that actually matters?
Yeah, I think it does. We say to the boys every week, we need to outwork every team that we play against. Simple as that. First and foremost, we need to outwork teams. We need to be fitter, stronger, and I think we've shown our fitness over the course that we've been in. I've enjoyed the boys, how they've finished off games. And we just need to continue that. We don't need to bother about other teams and how they shape up in terms of last half an hour, whatever it is. As long as we concentrate on our levels and our fitness levels are up there, which they are, due to good training, due to good kind of period of time looking after yourself, because recovery is just as important as working hard, and we've had that time to do that, and I think the boys have looked after themselves really well. So no, we just need to take it into every game and concentrate on individual games.
How much is a fairly settled squad and 11 helping you guys just now? Massively. We didn't tweak too many things as we came in. Yes, we tweaked the shape now and again, but mainstays have been there, and we've changed a couple other things.
Staff, please come to reception.
In between times, and there's players that can rotate different positions, and there is utility players in there that can play a selective few positions as well. So we've got that versatility in our squad, and we're looking to utilise that.
Players obviously love just simply playing in games, but from a manager's perspective now, how difficult is it to keep the guys focused on Clyde on Saturday when, let's be honest, the kind of Wraith game on Tuesday must be peeking over the horizon?
Yeah, as a player, you're probably, yes, it's at the back of your mind, but you can't let that determine how you play, how you perform, how you look after yourself in the Clyde game. We're first and foremost, we're concentrating solely on that Clyde game, whatever happens, because you know what it's like. There's people could be tired, injuries, suspensions, whatever it is, leading into the Wraith game. So there's not even any point in thinking about that kind of side of it. Yes, it'll be the back of our heads, but first and foremost, we need to concentrate on the Clyde game alone. And we need to get 3 points from that, simple as that.
11 games to go, of course. At what point do you start thinking we now need to really make a go of this and start trying to push on and take that title?
Well, it's not about thinking about that. Ever since we've come in, it's all cliche, every game as it comes. The game you're looking forward to is a Clyde game, simple as that. If we can get 3 points out of that, then that's done. It's done, it's behind us, we move on to the next game. We can only affect what we do on the pitch. It's not about Wraith. Whatever happens to them will happen. We've got a confidence in there and a belief and a trust in each other that we can get the job done in terms of each individual game. So it's about tallying up points and see where it takes us.
In terms of, obviously we know about Declan's suspension, but in terms of injuries otherwise, is the squad fairly robust?
Yeah, there's a couple of wee niggles. We'll see how they are in the next couple of days. Ross is doing a bit of work on a couple of them. A couple of them have had a wee bit of time to recover from injuries. So hopefully we'll have a full-on squad tomorrow to pick from.
And just finally, Lee, it's we're about to go into the final quarter of the season, taking things back to sort of October, November when you and David joined. Are you feet under the desk now, enjoying things and loving life again? Yeah,
it's been great. I've been not shy about the fact that I've loved my time back here. David's the same. We've loved every minute of it. Everybody's been on board. whether it be the fans, the players really bought into it, the board have really backed us. So no, it's been first class since we've been back, doing what we love doing. I've not participated in as many games as people would have thought, but there's so much going on behind the scenes in terms of David and I sorting things out, training the boys, getting them up to speed. But no, I've loved every minute of it, and long may it continue.
Here's hoping it does. Lee, as always, thanks for your time.